Not all's wrong with the next generation. Recently, I visited Egypt. I wanted to see the oldest pyramid in the country. It is not in Giza, but in Saqqara, 24 kilometers from Cairo. It is a five-step pyramid built for the pharaoh Josher. The architect was Imhotep, the most intelligent and wise man at that time. While I was traveling, I was accompanied by a guide who also happened to be a well read student of Egyptology. He was describing the writings on some of the pyramids, pointing to some inscriptions he translated aloud. The children of the next generation will be spendthrifts, will not think much, and will not know much about life. We do not know what their future will be. Only the sun god Ra can save them. While this was being read out to me, I remembered the oft heard complaints about the next generation in our own country, that youngsters do not respect our ideas, that they are rude, that they don't read much. It struck me that every generation has the same complaints about the next one. This has been going on from the generation to generation all over the world for at least the last 5,000 years. Today's children have far more knowledge and far less patience compared to our generation. I casually asked my teenage son the other day, tell me the three most important revolutions or ideas of the 20th century. He looked at me for a while and said, you behave like a teacher even at home. The most important revolutions and ideas of the century, according to me, are the principle of non-violence, the effect of violence, and the impact of the communication media. I'll explain it to you, he went on, noticing my surprise. When India was enslaved for centuries, when we did not have any power to make our decisions, a thin little man started a new kind of movement without bloodshed. No weapons, no money, but a message to the rulers. We will not cooperate with you, come what may. He won freedom for India with this new thinking. He really deserved the Nobel Prize for Peace. He was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the father of our nation. His revolutionary ideas influenced leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Aung San Suu Kyi in gaining freedom for their people. The second idea was almost during the same period but in the reverse direction. This man believed in the idea of hatred. He thought he could rule people with weapons and violence. He killed people like flies. He never understood the meaning of love and kindness. He could not bring peace by his method and became the cause for World War II. Millions of people suffered because of him and his policies. His life is the best example of war, intolerance, and prejudice. He was Adolf Hitler. I thought that my son had a point, but I still felt that the computer was the most important invention of the 20th century. The young teenager did not agree. Today, the world has shrunk because of mass media. In a matter of seconds, we come to know what is happening anywhere in the world. Television and the internet are part of it. This has cut the cost of communication and barriers are disappearing. You can see its effect in the business world as well as in the social life. That doesn't mean we are losing our old culture, but I can say we are exposed to other cultures too. I was surprised with my son, whom long ago I had taught how to hold a pencil. Now he was talking like an experienced adult about global subjects like peace, violence, and communication. I am sure that many parents will often have the same thoughts. They might have also experienced how their little ones have become wiser than themselves. Our scriptures say the one who acquires knowledge should be respected, irrespective of age, gender, or class. My son wants to study abroad, and I always wondered if this little boy of mine could manage alone. After this conversation with him, I realized that this young bird's wings have become strong and healthy. The time has come for him to fly on his own and see the world.